Action! Oh yes. Okay. This is going to be interesting.
Conversation while sitting on the grassy knoll at the BAJA 1000. Grassy knoll. No, this is not November 1960.
No.
This is a great day. So,
God bless you.
here
His quote is here.
Oh my God.
Remember?
I remember. The quote is here, and it pretty much says...
We don't know exactly what the quote
We don't know exactly, but the gist of it
Listen
was...
up, pendejos.
If you live someplace, you need to take care of it. Part of it. You don't just need to be the occasional visitor.
Or live in your bubble. I mean, I
Right.
get people that live in their bubble, but you
Embrace
know.
this community. It's the best. I'm going to tell
She's
you,
only been here 2 weeks.
but I've traveled to Mexico.
First of all, this is
Oh,
Julia
Julia Hinkins. Have to spit.
Julia Hinkins. It's like rolling your R's, but with a.
Right.
Okay,
So I just moved here.
let's see.
But-
On the grassy knoll
Yep.
at the BAJA 1000. I mean, we came, we'll go back out, but here we are. We want to talk.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not done.
We're not done. Okay.
We just had a thought.
So she just got here 2 days ago
So-
from Tennessee.
Yeah.
2 days driving through
2,000-mile drive. I spent one entire day in Texas.
And time zone changes.
And, oh my God, the time zone. Shit. The last day, I thought I was leaving at like 7 o'clock in the morning, but it was 5.
As long as it's light out.
It didn't matter because I crossed the border at like 10:30 in the morning. At Tecate.
Tecate.
It was
Like the beer.
simple, it was clean, it was easy, and I do have to say that I think because it is the BAJA 1000 week, the border crossing was nothing. They're like, go through, get out of here.
They're
Go
like, we don't have time
already."
for this.
Yeah, this is
Well, that could be a good strategy.
so that was a good strategy.
But it wasn't a long line.
No, that was not.
And you brought your whole life with you in one go.
I had my car packed to the ceiling,
Like above the,
And I
you can
had-
see above the windows?
just barely, like 3 inches.
Because that's the trick. If they can't see,
Yeah,
then they
and then I
normally...
had a roof rack, soft rack.
You're like, good luck undoing that and putting that back together. Do you
Oh my
really
God.
want to go there? And they were like, no.
And that's what I looked at him and I thought, don't
You're like,
he didn't even blink. He just went, right, go.
cuidado.
Yeah,
Get out.
yeah. He's like, I'm out of here.
Okay, so you came. Maybe that's better than Tijuana.
Tijuana, I think, would have been really problematic with a lot of people. Plus, actually,
Worse.
coming from Tennessee, Mexicali would have been closer, and I don't want to do that crossing.
We're not.
It's heavily commercial, so there's a lot of kind
Oh,
of
they're like
traffic
wanting
that
to
they
inspect
have
the
to
trucks.
check everything.
Oh, I got you.
So
Oh.
Tecate was really good because Mexicali's too much, too commercial. San Isidro and Tijuana, that's too much.
Well, you just
too
didn't need to
commercial.
drive that far either. You're already
It
hitting
would
the
have been
border.
3 hours out of my way.
Right.
So I went across there from Tecate, 2.5 hours. I was at my home. Simple, no hassle, nobody stopped me, nothing.
I also
It was
didn't
an
stop
empty
anywhere.
road.
I will stop later on the next trip.
Later.
Just trying to get situated first. Let's make sure I don't dink out in the first 30 days. No, she's not, because she has the safe in Baja.
And if it weren't for Safe in Baja, I would be here now. I came down in mid-September, and my intent was to just kind of check out Ensenada, see if maybe that was some place where I could be closer to my son and his family. Well, I fell in love with it immediately. Even though I made the really crummy decision to stay in one of the worst neighborhoods because it's just so flat, there's no air, there was nothing moving. Air-wise, it was...
The breaking point was she didn't have a fan or aire. She was like,
nothing.
I can't do another 8
So,
days.
I get in touch with Noelle, who I had been in contact with online, looking at Safe in Baja and thinking it was an incredible site that made me feel really secure, made me feel like if I came down here for the rest of my days, my life, that there would be a place at least that I could go to and ask questions or find events or, find out what's going on. And also interact as much as I want to or as little as I want to. I wouldn't even be here if it weren't safe and BAJA.
Yes.
I mean, literally.
Especially as a single woman coming down, because I came down as a single, and what are you supposed to do?
And that's the thing. So I got here, I had no phone service. I had no internet. I mean, I had nothing.
Your
but
little
a place
bank
to
was
stay.
like, we'll talk to you at 9 a.m.
In my bank, who was 2 hours later in Tennessee. It was crazy. And I somehow, luckily, I think I had internet for a day, and I got in touch with Noelle. And she pretty much took me under her wing, showed me around.
We got you a telephone number.
We got a telephone number.
Prepaid Mexico
oh my
number.
God. I mean, the things that made me feel like, okay, now I can actually interact and be here. And this was just for a visit. Not only that, I started looking for apartments, places to live,
Oh my gosh.
what the potential might be. And I share that well.
Keeping track of 5 properties can make you go crazy. You don't think it's so interesting.
You don't know. Okay, so you look at the apartment, you're like, oh, that looks great. I think I like that. You don't have a clue where that neighborhood is, which is how I ended up in this neighborhood the first night called Playa de Chapultepec.
It was just too far.
It was too far away. It was like 8.5 miles.
If you come here, don't stay in El Sasal, which is what the other couple, the mistake they made.
Right.
They had a good place and then they switched. But if this is Baja 1000, you would have had to make reservations 3 months ago too. But I can find a place. We have people where you can get a place for you. Whatever. But anyway, don't stay in El Sasal and don't go past Costco because you're going to be too out of the loop.
No, you won't.
You'll just be out of the loop.
And you'll spend all your time just getting rides to get to areas that you're interested in instead of staying in the area that you're interested in.
Right. So we can help you with
Safe
that.
and BAJA can totally help you with that.
Yeah.
There are so many resources on the Safe and BAJA pages. I mean, any question you have, I will bet you answered by something that Noelle has already posted. So I really encourage you to utilize Safe and BAJA. You cannot go wrong. This is someone who may not know you, but cares about your having a really wonderful and positive experience. It's not in Baja California. Come.
And you have to see how you feel. And a lot of people want to plan. They want this plan. But sometimes it's universe driven. You really have to see okay, when I go back, is it easy to do things or is it like pulling teeth? Well, maybe it's not the time. Maybe the timeline's longer. Maybe there needs to be more planning. Maybe the universe is not yet, So there's a lot of, it's not all about I need a checklist of, I need to do A, B, and C within 6 months. I mean, yeah, you need to sell your house, get your residency, maybe I should write that out. But the other thing about Save the Baja is we're not giving legal advice. If you need help, this is the referral and you need to go talk to the professional.
Help to get you to the right place to get your questions answered.
It's if you're really coming down here and, okay, so this couple that came, I got them into a private neighborhood with my friend that lives there. They went and viewed her house. They sat down. She's up and at 'em, willing to talk to these people. Anna, thank you. So I have other people, I'm getting a little goosebumps. It's not just me that are helping me, and so I can make them more.
You can reach out to those people
right.
based on what do you want?
Right.
What do you expect of this journey for you?
Do you want to go to Valle and make a tour?
Do you want as a couple?
Right.
What is it you want? because once we have some information, then we can get you into the right area.
And that's what
without you coming down here and just sort of floundering and going, I really want to do this, and then you're like,
it'll take you too long. It'll take you too long to figure it out.
Yeah. If I had
you have a limited time.
I had 2 weeks. If I had to figure it out on my own, I would have left here going, I don't know anything.
It's too frustrating.
Yeah. I would have given
I
up.
speak the language, but yeah, I'm the concierge. I'm not doing the thing. I just know a guy. Remember the guys on TikTok in the back? He's like, we know a guy.
We now have a quote. Not only is the quote safe in Baja, but it's also, I know a guy.
We got a guy. And then, so Emma's our real estate person, and we met through this, and she has a network of people. So it's a different thing. There's no MLS. The real estate agents hold their own
word of mouth,
but the agents hold their own listings.
Yeah.
And you have to contact like 5 or 6 different agents to get the broad. So if people go online and fill out my form, it gets distributed, and then we get 10 properties back. You pick 5, and then you go on a tour. Like, and it's pretty streamlined.
Let me tell you how many months. I spent about 6 months of literally looking at properties for rent in Ensenada. So
and like 4 Punta Bandas.
So
I'm like, is it 1, 2, the spin, or 3, or maybe the one over there? I don't know.
No, I guarantee.
Oh my God.
You don't know. So you say, okay, let's say I want a 2.5-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, great kitchen. I want a yard, whatever amenities, internet, utilities, all this stuff. You would get 1,000 properties, everything from the virgin that you can imagine to something that you probably don't even want to
Very small. You're like, is this in pesos or dollars?
Right.
Who do I have to contact?
So many things that you have to look at, and then you contact people, and sometimes the listing will tell you this person doesn't respond. Through Noel and through Safe in Baja, I found out in my neighborhood, and I get told what I was looking for into a better way. Okay. During all of this,
Very dizzy driving
what
around.
happened was that Noel got to go to my kid come up with a form to fill out that has your criteria. What do you want? Where do you want to be? Do you want to be on the beach? Do you want to be in the mountains? Whatever. You want one bathroom.
And then it makes a PDF, and I send the PDF to my person, and then they bring it. It's
And
like,
instead of spending months looking at properties,
and you're not going to get something you didn't ask for. Like, I feel like in real estate, people are like, this is not what I asked for, and now you're wasting my time. So we're going to do quality control. So this is all a thing that's like in process, but I've been in the law for 25 years. It's the same. We just have to set, but it's a very holistic structure because people come in from different points of entry, right? So
different backgrounds, different design. What do you want?
maybe they're not ready to rent right this second. They just want to look.
You want to look, come down and like,
What is that?
Rent someplace, an Airbnb or something like that, or no, we can even hook you up with a place to stay short term while you're looking for a place that you might.
You were here 2 weeks. That other couple was here 3 weeks.
Yeah.
They had to switch locations, and now they're at a worse location actually.
Yeah.
Because you just don't.
But if they come to Safe in Baja, all of those things will be worked out locally so that those where you stay, even if it's just for a couple of weeks, would have been more geared to what your wants would be.
Right.
Instead of shooting in the dark at, hey, let's stay at this place because
You just don't know. And I'm trying to work with, there's a hotel over here that's close to the house, and it has a kitchenette and everything. I already talked to the owner. It's like 900 pesos during the week. And then, I don't know, so not everybody wants to spend $200 a night in an Airbnb. I mean, it's not. So I'm not. I mean, I can do both, but there's a wide range of, you know. And the owner is a relative of the guy in the house that I live in. He's like, that's my uncle or some cousin.
And
That's my cousin. I'm
that's
like,
what I love about
perfect.
Ensenada too. Like if you have an issue, I've learned this
Somebody
from Noel too. It's like not only will somebody help you, but it's probably a relative of the person who owns your house, or a cousin, or a, you know, like where I'm living now. I was having internet issues, and the fellow that came over I was talking to last night, Spanglish, some English and Spanish. He ends up being the nephew of the old matriarch who owns the property. So I'm like, oh my God, it's all in the
It's the whole thing.
Yeah. And
Very safe.
Ensenada, I think that's a wonderful thing because it's a city, it's a big city, but it doesn't feel that way. You feel like you're in a little community. And here I am renting this house from the woman who is,
I don't know.
or
I'm not sure.
no, the daughter-in-law. Anyway, it's like three levels of the same family.
And it's like a third generation family.
And even the repair guy who came is in the family.
She has built-in services,
Right.
built-in support, and a pool. What? Yeah.
Where and when
Are you gonna
does
get
that
a pool?
happen?
Okay, but we did come to talk about the ferry. Oh, the ferry.
We digress.
But we did
Okay.
have
I'm
but
sorry.
it was in muy importante her story.
Okay. A couple of margaritas from the premier birthplace of the margarita,
Bar Andaluz.
Bar
Andaluz. Okay, so the ferry.
So the ferry. So here's their proposal. It's way beyond proposal. It's in
It's been
the
like
works,
3 years.
but these things take time. Of having a ferry that runs from where?
San Diego.
Oh my God, from San Diego to
Like here.
Ensenada. There's already two ships a day.
Yeah, the infrastructure's
What is
there. It's just
Everything
taking
is
them a
here.
while.
There are over 1 million people who come to this city every year via the cruise ships.
Right.
And having a ferry, you can just drive on to in San Diego. Okay, so
No cars. No cars. It's people,
I love
your pits, Wi-Fi, and alcohol.
all right. So you can't go wrong with
But
that.
no cars yet. It's Azteca Ferry is the name. Azteca.
Okay. So it's like a
2-hour
bus
ride. Yeah, it's a 2-hour ride. I think it's $70 one way. And I think what facilitated the ferry is that the FMM went electronic. It went online. Before you had to, how are you going to, I don't know how they do it with the road, like processing by paper.
But why pay? Yeah.
So if everybody goes and just does it electronically and get on the boat, go. 2-hour ride, it drops in the port. And then, because the cruise ships, you have to go back the same night. So the economy, the tourism is very restricted by this. Yeah, so if you can get the ferry going, then people can spend the night. This facilitates a whole nother level of tourism because people can stay multi-night.
And not just tourism, but access to Baja in general.
Yes, and Valle de Guadalupe. Because we have the world's busiest land border crossing, and they're trying to figure out ways to alleviate this congestion.
Yeah.
They opened the new century coming from Playas Tijuanas, and now, I don't know, 13th century line. I think the other original one is still in place. I did that live.
Yes.
And there's a video about the way that I go. I think it's still open. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna do the online, like, first Wednesday of the month online social or whatever I mean. Let's go look it up. But anyway, we need the ferry.
No, wait. Tell them to look it up.
I think it's in the event. It's Safe in Baja.
Yeah. Check Safe in Baja.
The events. I made like an online social. So anybody can just come on and we'll just chit chat. Because, you know,
But we're busy. There's so much going on. There's so many ways that people want to come and visit or come and stay or like Noelle coming to live forever. She's going on her 4th I've been here 2 days. It'll be ever before I ever go. Beyond ever.
We're all going to be U.S. citizens.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's too wonderful. So come,
See how you feel
check
about
in to
it.
safe in Baja. Even if you just come and you're like, oh, I don't want to bug you because all I have is questions I don't know.
Oh no, I'll do like
It's
a
okay.
consultation thing.
Send questions.
Or just show up at a social thing that I'm promoting and we can chit chat. Or go to the cafe. I can meet people at the cafe. Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you just want to hook up and have a cup of coffee and talk for 20 minutes, like I don't even know what I charge people. This is not my thing, but we can sit and have a cup of coffee and talk and then see how you feel. And maybe you need something, maybe you don't, whatever. People have different levels of knowledge coming in also. So like there's just so many avenues that people are, so what I'm trying to structure is a holistic paradigm where people can come in different ways
Questions answered.
and at different levels.
Yeah.
Some people they're like, I've never been here before, I don't even know
Well, you have
anything
everything.
to, I'm renting right now.
Yeah. So you've got,
Right.
so let's say, I've seen people come down here, and I've talked to people and heard of people who come down here, like, Canadians. So they can afford to spend 6 months living in Canada and have
Like a
a
snowbird
place
thing.
for 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. If you can afford that, great. You have that at one level, and then you have at a level that I'm at, somebody who's living on nothing but their U.S. Social Security.
Right.
Can I make it? Yes. I can make it here easier with less stress than I can make it in the U.S.
And then there's a lot of people still
And
working.
there are people who are working,
Like me.
remote workers.
I'm working full time.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep track of the yellow hat guys.
Oh, there they go.
I know. Only one though.
No, that's the
The
kid
group
in
got
dress.
separated. And the banana? No.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll wait for the whole group to come back. But anyway, yeah, it's just
But,
varying levels.
you know, it doesn't matter what your socioeconomics are, and I'll just say this from a past educator point of view, not a teacher, but I do science education. There are no dumb questions, so ask.
I'm like, well,
Just kidding. I don't know. It's like, oh my God, this is the 500th time they've asked that question.
well, that's the thing about some of the other
We have
pages
resources.
is they keep asking the same questions over and over again, and people keep giving. You are not a legal professional, and this is not really actually appropriate. I've been in the legal field for a very long time. I don't care what country you live in. So I'm giving legal advice, and there's people that do this, and you need to go. So on my page, this is not the questions that I'm answering. It's how to integrate into the community and how to, it doesn't necessarily mean learning the language either, because you're not going to do that overnight, but like show up where you live is the thing. The John F. K. thing, like participate where you live, and it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's Ensenada or Mexico or Europe or Alaska, whatever.
It does not matter. Be involved in your community.
Right. And show up. And don't be afraid to show up.
If you show up,
People notice if you show
build
up.
community, you will never be alone. You will never feel like you're a foreigner.
For national. And now I'm starting to see this debate come up more on video about the term national is just,
Well, the current terms we have in American
well, they've become a little bit charged in the current political climate.
yeah.
And I think I'm never going to say I'm an immigrant. That's like, oh no. I mean, that comes from a whole different paradigm of people who are in survival mode and are coming from situations where they need fucking asylum practically. Like that's not me.
By the same token,
I'm not an immigrant. No, because it's very and some of us did not come here temporarily to go back. Some of us intend to stay here. So then is that appropriate if your intent is actually to live here and become part of the community and in Mexico people are very welcoming, like Mexican en mi corazón. But
I've been saying that for 40 years.
So how about like, well, in Rosarito they say foreign resident assistance office, or that's the term they use in the government in Rosarito.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, you know,
So it's become, I'm seeing it become more and more of a debate.
and we already know that, you know, we're horrible about labeling things.
Well, we're coming here and we're going to impact the community, right? There's this whole thing about gentrification. Here in Baja, maybe not so much. Like, don't buy up the Airbnbs and then rent them for a high rate.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
and landlords, too.
Right.
It's a multifaceted problem.
Yeah.
You can't just say it's the gabachos making the gentrification. It's too complicated for that. But part of this project is to say, okay, I'm going to have an impact. Maybe I can't reverse it, but I can do what I can to offset it or minimize it, and it involves being integrated in the community to avoid this.
Facilitate the way so that you're integrated.
Right.
Your input, your financial impact, all of these things. into
Support
the
local
community.
business,
Support the community.
not Walmart at Macro Plaza.
Right, and not the ugly American who comes in and wants all of their American products.
Don't ask for mild salsa. You want mild salsa? Bring it on. That's how it started in Mexico City. Probably a bad joke. I'm just kidding, but I saw some parts. We're not changing the fucking salsa for you.
Learn to
Bring
love
your
it.
whatever in a jar from the store. I don't know. Don't you guys change the salsa? I'll be mad.
Same here. I still want my jalapenos and avocados in that flavor.
Listen, Linda.
Well,
Okay. So that's our rant.
okay. Now we have a race to go.
The Noel show. We might do this in various venues. Yeah. Okay, but I gotta do court at 2.
Right.
We gotta meander back.
It's 12:30.
And I gotta get a DD and a Tiffany.
And you need to charge that back.
And then we're gonna re-up, and I'm gonna go back out for the street car. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna meet at Tequila's, but I'm not sure what time. I have to message some people because I feel like I should get out earlier than I wanted to, and I may not go to karaoke. What's up there?
I'm getting you a battery charger.
Oh, I have one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It decided that the charger in the bottom got moisture in it, and now it won't charge anymore, and I can only use it.
Oh, no. Yeah, see, I can
But it's my backup. I'm on the iPhone. It's on my backup phone. Okay. Anyway, bye.
Count on it.